Welcome back to another episode of Drivers for Drivers, episode 9,
Episode 9.
100,002.
That's right.
I'm Brian Magnum. No, Kenny.
No Kenny today.
No Kenny. I'm Ken Cox. Today I've got Francis Ham.
How you doing?
Behind the scenes we have Arnell.
IRL.
Hey guys.
And we are
Drivers for Drivers.
So, where's Kenny?
Kenny's out. He took the day off today. He had some other personal business to take care of.
I think it's because the sun was shining.
That's right. It's a beautiful day outside.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, for sure.
This next week we're looking at 60s, mid-60s.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's time.
Guns are coming out.
That's right.
That's not true. So we got a few things we want to go over. It's that time again where we go over SMS scores, the goods, the bads. We'll talk about some customer stuff.
Yeah. I got customer stuff to talk about today.
And then recruiting has been knocking it out of the park. They have been doing a phenomenal job. That doesn't mean we don't want more people for the team. We like the better move. We believe it's the better move.
Yep.
So, driver referrals, driver bonuses, sign-on bonuses. Last month, February, they brought in 16 new drivers and a returning driver.
That's awesome.
Welcome to the team, guys.
Yep.
Gals,
Whoop, whoop.
peoples, puppies,
It's good.
cats.
We welcome them.
What about goats?
Sure.
Matt. So they've been doing great. We talked about air tabs, 3 episodes ago. Mm-hmm. So we have Mr. Oswald. He bought some. He's gonna put them on his truck. I'm going to send him an email. Oswald, if you're listening, we want to see what your fuel mileage is now and what it is after you put the air tabs on. How do we get proper fuel mileage? How do we calculate that? I'm not good with math. Numbers are hard.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, I spent last weekend, I was out driving around. I actually took Friday and Monday off, and we went down and played around in the desert down in southern Utah, central Utah. And I noticed fuel prices on the way back were coming back up again. Mm-hmm. So this morning, I topped the tank off just in unleaded gasoline. $3.39 a gallon. So, diesel's just climbing right up there as well. So anything you can do right now to save dollars as far as fuel goes, pretty important.
Yeah, for sure. So with that, you take your miles that you did, how many gallons you put in, you divide them,
Yep.
and that gives you your mileage.
Yep.
So let's see what your mileages are that way. And when we get it off of the OmniTrax and the Samsara and other things, let's see if it's comparable. Let's see if that kind of works out that way.
And try to stay in network too. For everybody coming on, we've got fuel cards and everything that we give you. Try to stay within the network when you're fueling. There's some additional savings there for you as well.
Yes, for sure. SMS scores.
That's right.
That didn't sound right. It kind of tickled the back of my throat there.
Some more stuff.
Some more stuff. It's those dang acronyms. Unsafe driving stayed the same at 36%. Hours of service stayed the same at 57%. So that's a little high. 57's high. It makes us a little nervous. If we can bring those down, we can watch our PC. We can watch our 11 hours, our 14 hours. Those are the 3 that are getting us right now. If we can watch those, bring it down, next month will look a lot better.
And let's talk a little bit about that. So if we get a violation, one person gets a violation, it affects the whole team.
It does.
And then when the numbers start getting higher and higher, at that point, that's when it really starts tuning in the DOT.
It does.
So, to try to keep everybody out of the port of entry and out of a bunch of inspections and things of that nature, the better we can do on those scores, the less time you're going to be spending with the DOT.
Absolutely. And we don't want to be playing
No.
with the fuzz.
And our customers like seeing low scores there too. They don't like
absolutely.
seeing a high score in any of those categories.
A few episodes ago, I brought up the 30-minute break. And I had mentioned that 30-minute break needs to be off-duty. Well, it can be a combination of off-duty or on-duty. And then I said it needs to be annotated as 30-minute break. Mr. Roger Evelyn came in today. God bless him. He helps me out a lot. He came in today and he's like, "You were wrong." I was like, "What?" He says, "Yes, does not have to be annotated.
Really?
Just has to show a 30-minute section at some point." Now, we as a company drivers, if you're running under our authority, we ask that you do put that 30-minute break in there. Mm-hmm. So then we know, and if it ever comes up, it's unequivocally like, "Hey, yep, I did my 30-minute break."
I guess just for me, our drivers probably are all very much aware of it. But, when I was driving, we didn't have e-logs, right? Mm-hmm. But I do remember when they came out and there was just a button there that you could hit on your tracking device, your ELD, for your 30-minute break. Is it still the same way? You just reach over and hit it, that you go on break, and then...
So it's you go off duty, and then in the annotation square drop-down box, it'll give you an option to put 30-minute break.
Okay.
So when was your button pushing, was that before or after your stone tablets?
That's right. Absolutely.
Let's see. Controlled substances, 0. Hey, that's good.
Absolutely. That's always great.
Vehicle maintenance went from 33 to 37. So that's a large jump. Mm-hmm. We have to make sure that we're doing our pre-trips.
Do we know what the main contributor was on that?
On here, this is our cab report. It says brakes and all others at 24 and tires at 24. So it's our brakes and our tires.
Brakes and tires.
Yep, that's what's been coming across. We need to make sure that we're doing those pre-trips and getting those things fixed before we start rolling down the road.
Absolutely. I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing me talking about tires. I've talked about tires a lot, but it's for this reason that we talk about tires. The other thing, when we first started, we talked about the warmer weather. It's really nice outside, and I think everybody knows as it gets nicer outside, there's more heat, and more heat is not a fan of low tire pressure. Low tire pressure and heat is a bad combination, causes blowouts, things of that nature, premature wearing of the tires. We need to take care of that. Definitely make sure your tires are in good shape before you hit the road. There's no sense in us getting violations on tires.
Kenny. Oh, yeah. Never mind. We have the Halo systems on our trucks, which are a fantastic tool to help us go down the road. They'll inflate. They'll also deflate. So if it's hot outside, it's going to let air out. So that's very helpful. That doesn't mean we still need to check them, and we still need to check our trailer tires.
Yeah, and the other piece with the Halo system, when you go to hook up to your trailer, that's really when you want to check your tires before you hook the air up to them and everything else. Because if they are low on air, you'll detect it at that point. Because once you get hooked up and you start passing the air through, you air up your tires, and you're not going to know if one's low or not.
And we've had an increase of overweights and speeding, so we need do the right thing.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of we got to tighten it up. Let me ask everybody to please do that. You guys are the professionals. You know what you're doing out there. Let's make sure that we're playing by the rules. So,
on a positive note, last month, February, 9 clean inspections.
That is awesome.
So, that's fantastic. That helps these SMS scores go down. And so keep it up, guys. You guys are really, these scores really aren't horrible, but there's always room for improvement. And I always look at something like, hey, we did great here, but we can go from good to great.
Yep.
And so that's what I'm always looking at. You have a safety topic?
Yeah, I do. But I think I want to start with our customer.
Nope, can't do it.
So for a number of you, that I've been talking about customers and us visiting with customers and whatnot. Well, we've got some new customers that have come on, and we are now really starting to service their accounts. Some of you who are running out there, you're probably seeing some new customers. We are pulling a fair amount of freight now out of Indianapolis.
Oh, wow.
So that's good. It's going really well. We're starting to see more tenders come across, which is really good for us and the team. So that's real positive. Dan and Jake were out earlier in the week, this week, and they went on a plant tour of one of our customers' locations, and that was great to be invited out to tour their facility. It'd be nice if we could bring them in and have them tour our facility as well, but we can't do that. But what they do get from touring our facility is our trucks, because our trucks and our drivers and everybody who are visiting their facilities represent our company, and so that's really a good thing. We're working on about 35 leads or so right now.
Wow.
So that's good. Freight rates, very minor tick going up, which is good. But I'm going to say my forecast for this year is a tough year.
Another tough year.
Yeah, I don't see it changing a whole bunch. The market is a real tough market, and I think we are going to beat the market and what it's doing just in our customer relationships. The safety measures that we put out there. Again, we've mentioned all of our customers look at our SMS scores. They want to know what we're doing behind the scenes. The service that we provide, on-time pickup, on-time delivery, those are huge. When they dedicate their freight to us, they have an expectation. We have to deliver to that expectation.
Absolutely. A few episodes ago, we had talked about please and thank yous. Right, the perception of the driver. Yep. And so just kind of put that into your daily things to do when you arrive at a shipper. I am having a hard time talking today. When you arrive at a shipper or receiver, put a smile on, please and thank yous, and that helps that customer relationship along with on-time delivery on time, as you were saying.
Yep. So. No, that's right. That's right. The other thing is I had an opportunity today to sit down with one of our owner-operators and kind of reviewed, the last 14 weeks or so of their performance as it relates, not only to the revenue that they had brought in each week, but also looking at the miles that they had ran. And that was a good exercise. I think we both benefited from it. And if anybody wants to do that, I'm in Jerome, and I'll try to make time available for sure. If you're in the Jerome area and you would like to sit down with me, let me know. I'd sure like to sit down and go over those numbers with you.
Absolutely.
On your side.
kcox@giltner.com, and we can get it all set up.
That'd be great. Look forward to that. Well, I think from our conversation so far, our safety topic today is going to be tires.
You do like those tires, apparently.
That's right. So, again, warm weather, make sure your tires are in good shape. We don't want anybody out there traveling, especially if you're running out of California, running through the desert, and it gets 110 degrees, and your tires are not going to be very happy. And unhappy tires mean issues on the road. Issues on the road mean late deliveries and wasted time. That's your time that's wasted sitting on the side of the road waiting for a tire repair. So let's tighten it up on the tires for sure. It'll help everybody out in the long run.
Absolutely.
You probably won't want to look at my tires. They need to be replaced soon.
You bet.
Hey, you need new tires. I was out there earlier. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't call you out. You need new tires.
I do.
Speaking of tires, the regroovable. They say regroovable. Remember that?
That's so weird.
Do you take a router and just cut new tread in them, or how does that work?
It's like a great big iron and soldering iron. They're I want flowers in it today.
That's right. Absolutely.
Well, I think that's about what we have for this episode. Next episode, we'll have a guest with us.
Yes, we will.
And hopefully we got Kenny back.
Yeah.
I missed the Dallas stuff.
Absolutely. Again, I don't want this to be an episode where we're harping on people. There's just some things we need to tighten up. But at the end of the day, you guys have a tough job. There's a lot of things that you have to do in your everyday whirlwind, and we understand that. You do a great job. Overall, you do a great job. Thank you for what you do. If it wasn't for you out there doing what you do every day, we wouldn't be able to be here and do what we do. So thank you very much for what you're doing. Be safe running down the road. And if you need anything, holler at us for sure. We'll see if we can't help you out.
24/7.
Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate everything you guys do out there. Remember, you're our eyes and ears on the road. Thanks for making the better move. We'll see you next time.
See ya.